Hello guys, welcome to Bugs in Code. In this particular video, I will explain the problem array operations. So let's see what it says. Here is the problem statement and it says that you are given an array ARR of n integers. You must return the minimum number of operations required to make this array 0. Now for this you can do an operation. The operation is choose a subarray of non-zero elements and replace all with 0. Fine. Now one example is given here. Let me explain with this example. So we are given an array 3, 0, 4, 5. Now for this array, what we can do is first of all we can choose this particular subarray. And this is a subarray of non-zero, right? And the operation we need to perform is choose a subarray of non-zero elements and replace all with 0. So I can replace this particular subarray with 0. So this way I will have 0, 0, 4 and 5. Now I can choose this particular subarray and I can make all the elements 0, and when I do so then I will have 0, 0, 0 and 0, and you can see that this is a subarray of zeros, right? So this is what we need to do, and you can see that we have performed two operations in order to achieve a 0 array. So this way the output is going to be 2. Now I hope you have understood the problem statement. So let's talk about the solution. Okay, so from the problem, you can observe one thing, that we need to choose a subarray of non-zero and replace all with 0. But how many times we need to do this? We need to do with this as many times as the number of subarrays of non-zero elements are present, right? So all we need to do is count subarrays of non-zero elements. Now, in order to explain the solution, I have taken one example here. And for this example, what we can do is, in order to count all the subarrays of non-zero elements, we can just count the starting point of all the subarrays, right? Like you can see that this is the subarray of non-zero element. So for this, whenever I reach this point, I will increase my counter by 1, right? I will have a counter which is initially equal to 0, and at this point I will have counter 1. And when I come to this particular subarray, okay, so when I come to this particular subarray, then I will increase the counter at this point. So my counter is now 2. And for this subarray, I will again increase the counter at this point. So my counter is 3. And for this subarray, I will again increase the counter and counter will be 4, right? So this way I will have the output as 4. Now I'm only concerned with the first, like the starting point of the subarray of non-zero elements, right? So I can just count how many like starting point are there. How we can do this? We can do this simply by keeping track of the starting point. So let me write the pseudocode. The pseudocode is for I equals to 0 and I smaller than n and I plus plus. This is how I will start a loop from I equals to 0 to n, right? And inside this loop, whenever I have a non-zero element, so if array of I is not equal to 0, in that case, first of all, I will check if it is a starting point or not. So if it is a starting point, like first element, only in that case, I will increase my counter, and else I'm not I will not increase the counter. And this way I will have my solution. But the question is how to check whether it's a first element or not. In order to check this, I can have a flag variable. Let me explain how we can use this. I can have a flag variable which is initially equal to false. So I will have a flag which is equal to false, right? And whenever I see a first like a non-zero element, in that case I check whether my flag is false or not. So if flag is false, then I will increase the counter and I will make the flag true. So flag is going to be true for all these elements. And again when I see 1 0, then again I will make the flag as false, so that the flag becomes false for this particular condition, and then I will have flag false, then I will increase my counter. I hope you understand this thing. In order to implement this, what we can do is first of all let me remove this. Okay, so all I need to do is I need to check if flag is false. If flag is false, in that case I will increase the counter, and I will do one more thing. I will make my flag equals to true for all the elements in the subarray, right? Now if my element is not equal to 0, like if it is okay, so if the element is equal to 0, in that case you can see that I need to make my flag false. Why? Because for this element again I want my value of flag as false so that I can increase the counter again. I hope you understand this thing. So now I will do flag equals to false, and that's all. This is going to work, right? Now what I'll do is I'll simply close the loop and I will return the flag. Okay, I'll return the counter actually. So return count. This is what we need to do, right? And now let me show you the code. Okay, so I have written the Java, C++ and Python code, and you can see that here I have the Java code, and for the Java code I have the count variable and then I have the flag, and this is what I need to write. This logic is same as I've explained you, and again I have the C++ code here and the Python code is here. So this is all about this video. The video is short because the problem was not that much hard. So I hope you like this explanation. If you like this, then you can hit the like button and subscribe the channel. Thank you.